Back at the King's School in Wolverhampton, there's just a few hours to go now before the pupils here have to perform the carol they've written in a day. And they've got all the ingredients for success. They're adding in instruments now, and Jermaine's busy working with them.
I want to smile into the notes.
Time is ticking, and the pressure is on.
As well, because it makes the song sound brighter.
And now David's off somewhere synonymous with carols. He's in Cambridge to meet the choral scholars of King's College.
For many around the world, it's the sound of carols coming from this very place that heralds the beginning of Christmas. I'm meeting some of the Cambridge students who sing in the choir for that famous service. When it comes to carol singing, they're at the top of their tree, watched by a global audience of millions.
There's a lot of emotions going through you. You're terrified for a start because of the number of people listening and watching. And you're also excited because it's just great music and it's Christmas time. It sort of overwhelmed me my first year, and I shed a few tears as we got into the stalls. Yeah.
There's a real sense of the sacred. Do you feel that when you're singing in there?
It is quite moving, especially when you're singing repertoire you know very well, to sort of think about the impact it's having on the people there, what they might be getting out of it.
I think one of the best things about King's is that whatever sort of religious persuasion you come from, once you've walked in through those doors, you can embrace and engage with that sacred element.
But you're only students once. Do you ever not want to do it?
Actually, for me, I find that it's quite a nice respite to actually come into the chapel, to focus on something that's completely disconnected from work in a weird way, and it's still hard work, but it's making something, being productive, but it's just in another capacity.
Even in their spare time, these boys can't stop singing. Whether it's entertaining the crowds queuing for the carol service, or performing as the King's Men in their own concerts. Do you ever have any guest singers? Is that allowed?
For you.
We can do it. We can do it once. Yes. Should we do Rudolph? Do you know Rudolph?
I know it well. I love it.
Let's get music.
It's a cheeky request and may not be a traditional carol, but I'd never turn down a chance to sing with the King's Men.
We give you a few bars,
Yep.
and then we'll bring you in there.
Fantastic. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They wouldn't let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. What a privilege to sing with these young musicians. You can see them in action on BBC Two on Christmas Eve, and don't miss the documentary on Christmas Day marking 60 years of carols from King's. Now the King's Men perform their own version of a much-loved carol.
Now, we may not have cattle lowing, but we do have goats, and how many schools can brag about that? So we're here herding up inspiration for our carol. Meanwhile, Dan's in Nottingham, in another place you wouldn't expect to find a nativity scene.
As Christmas fever reaches its pinnacle, we're busy rushing around trying to get everything done in time. But Jennifer Bell wants to remind visitors to Nottingham train station just what Christmas is all about. She set herself the task of painting a nativity mural in a day.
Help! I don't know what I'm thinking. Just got to do it. I've got to just get stuck in and keep going for 12 hours.
For the early morning commuters, they've got something to look forward to when they return.
It's in its early stages, obviously the nativity scene, I can see that.
I'll be coming back tonight anyway, so I shall have a look.
There's a lot of detail to put in, and I really do hope that I've got time to do it all.
It's a huge challenge, but when Jenny gets going, she really gets in the zone.
It's everything coming together, the imagination in your hands and your heart and your head, and I just feel completely warm inside. It makes me just happy.
Jenny certainly isn't any traditional artist. Last year she painted this depiction of Jesus on a donkey at Hull Station, and as you can see, what she's painting today is equally striking. So Jenny, I hope I'm not interrupting, but that all looks quite magnificent. It's not completely a traditional scene, is it?
It's the basics, but contemporary and slightly off the wall, so that people who come by won't think, oh, Christmas card. They'll think, oh, what? And then they might pick up the clues. That they are real people, and Mary and Joseph were real people. The angel is real, the donkey is real.
I mean, how does your faith actually motivate what you do here?
Sometimes you feel that you're being spoken to. Sometimes images are presented, and I don't know whether to say it's God giving me pictures or whether it's a combination of my imagination and experience and all that. But I do know that God is with me.
I so admire artists. I don't know how you start and how... Oh my gosh. Okay, I suppose you do. This is how you start.
That's how you start. You don't have to be too careful about it. Just blob it on.
It's very nice to see it in the front of the station, so at least it's trying to let people know, don't forget Christmas and what it's about.
Yeah. As day becomes night, it soon becomes apparent Jenny's work is affecting the passers-by in unexpected ways.
We're addicted to technology, but technology doesn't really make people think, it doesn't really make people happy, whereas art, it's beautiful and you can look at it, you can really appreciate it.
What made you start? Why were you, what do you think of this?
I was just amazed that she started that from scratch and only did it this morning because like the picture's so big.
It's actually pretty sick how she looks like she spent a lot of time on the bag on the train. And the donkey actually looks real.
My dad's been in hospital for 7 weeks. I was so miserable, and I've just been thinking so much about this and wanting to see the finished thing, and it's wonderful. I love it.
With just 10 minutes to go, it's a frantic dash to the finish.
Finish.
If you'd like to see Jenny's painting, it'll be at Nottingham train station for the run-up to Christmas.
Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the dear Saviour's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new
Oh, hear the angel voice.